Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-May 2022 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. Oh, I was just thinking, being a sun in Sagittarius, I was like, oh, I'm so eager for this reading. But it doesn't mean that's bad. Oh, why do I always have issues with... Okay. The heart of the matter is the Three of Swords. This is a card of heartbreak, feeling rejected by someone. I was going to say someone or something, but someone. Or it can be having to or needing to make a clean break from someone or something. So rather than dragging something on. In the past position is the Ace of Swords. This is having some kind of awareness that is the truth of a situation. So sometimes people don't end things because they don't really know what's going on. I think these are eclipse situations that are occurring that are kind of the aftermath of the eclipse and how it is affecting you. And by the way, yeah, that's another thing that I haven't mentioned, is that this is supposed to be until the middle of May, and there's that lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and just by virtue of it being in Scorpio can bring out secrets. But for Sag, that's going to be the 12th house, so that's going to be pretty intense because that can be a house of secrets also. And if you have been operating under an illusion, then the illusion is dispelled. And that's also, yeah, we're talking about the higher message here, the moon, which is, it can be a timing card of that's when it all comes about. And you see how they show the brightness, kind of like illuminating things. And one of the things that this can also be about is addiction. So like cutting something off. If you have some addiction, Sag, that you kind of like are like, yeah, I know I need to stop doing this thing, but I'm just going to like taper off whatever this thing is. The Three of Swords can be like just cutting it off because it's like with the Ace of Swords, the sword has a very clean cut. So it's not keeping the person hanging on to something for long periods of time. Sometimes people are more successful when they taper off of things, definitely. But sometimes you just have to drop it, like a bad habit. And that could be a person too, that can be an addiction too as a person. So the moon card is also about illusion, but sometimes it's self delusion. The person is lying to themselves. If you have the moon in Pisces, Sag, you may be especially prone to this. The moon card is actually connected to Pisces, by the way. But that, or if you have the moon in conjunction or squaring or opposing Neptune, Venus squaring or opposing Neptune, or even conjuncting Neptune, it can be a situation where there's a tendency to operate under delusion, because it's actually deeper than just a tendency. I mean, it's a a protective device that probably goes way back. And the more we can see things as they truly are, which is what the Ace of Swords is all about, the better. Because if you think of the Ace of Swords, it's about moving on with one's life. It's a new beginning. But you can only, begin anew if you've left all that old business behind. And sometimes people drag things out. What crosses you is the Chariot. So you may be getting distracted by something, Sag, and that's preventing you from truly succeeding at whatever the situation involves. And one of the things that you have to do, because this is a card where duality is front and center. You can see those two, what are they, sphinxes? Black and white, representing dualism. And the chariot driver is in the middle. So the chariot driver is ideally, at least in the upright position, able to see beyond those two extremes. And with, like, for instance, the issue of feeling rejected by someone, there's a story that you're telling yourself, and it's a black and white story. It's like if somebody is cheating on you, then you must be the problem, and not seeing that it could be a lot deeper than that, and choosing to blame yourself, choosing to feel bad about yourself, or if you got passed over for a promotion or something that was disappointing that made you feel bad about yourself. So you have to resist the urge to see it in such a simplistic way, and also such a binary type of way that it doesn't have, the complexity of, not being either good or bad, and maybe even being a blessing. What's coming in is the Queen of Pentacles. It's funny, I got this card for Leo, and it really is about financial abundance and the sense of being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. This implies that maybe this is that silver lining, that if this is job related and something has happened that you either got laid off or demoted, you had your hours cut or something like that, that you being able to spend more time at home is a blessing. You may not see it that way. You may feel like you've lost something, but you've gained so much more, and this can actually benefit you financially, not to mention in other ways, because maybe you'll start cooking from scratch and nourishing your body and being able to rest more. There could be so many good things. If you are a parent, you'll be able to be with your children more. It's funny, I got the King and the Queen. The outcome, King of Swords. This is really a card of the utmost in detachment. Ideally, this person isn't like emotionally bypassing their situation. It's about transcending what I would call the petty emotions and really feeling that sense of self-mastery as it pertains to the intellect. Maybe this is even about studying something, becoming an expert in something. And perhaps you have the time to do this, the ability to order your time in a way that you can do things at a leisurely pace, not have to rush around, and enjoy the best of both worlds. Kind of like nourish your mind and your five senses for, for whatever reason that you have this ability at this time. And when I see the king and queen, I think of somebody who is quite autonomous. They're calling the shots in their own life. Okay, Sag, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.